Welcome to Yoke, Rehashed, Generation Next, with Larry Tazuma and Summer Wynn. Yoke is back.
On the OG YOLK Generation Next podcast today, we will be talking to Ming Na Wen. She was one of YOLK magazine's earliest covers. She starred in the movie The Joy Luck Club and has since been in hundreds of TV series, animated series, and films, including both the animated Disney film Mulan and the live-action version over 20 years later. She is part of the Marvel Universe and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and if you are a Star Wars fan, you definitely saw her on Disney Plus in the Book of Boba Fett as the mercenary Fennec Shand. She is constantly working both as a voice actor and live-action actor. The following podcast was recorded originally as video at Emerson College as part of the McDonald's sponsored program APA Next Summit. Soon, you'll be able to see the video portion on the OG YOLK Generation Next YouTube channel. Well, hello, and we are here with Ming Na Wen, one of our earliest YOLK magazine covers. It's an honor to have you on our podcast. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Larry. It is amazing that we're still kicking around.
Still kicking around. You still look amazing.
Oh, thank you. Asian skin.
Asian skin. I'm just going to go briefly. One of your first acting jobs was a contract player on the soap opera As the World Turns.
Right.
Also, your big break, Joy Luck Club. Mm-hmm. You were named one of People Magazine's 100 Most Beautiful People.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day. Still one of the most beautiful people.
Thank you.
You did the voice of Mulan, and then 20 years later, you did a guest appearance in the live-action Mulan. Right? Yeah, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you did 136 episodes. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. We did 7 years. I don't even know how I do it because I look back on some of the episodes, and it was so much fun and so much work. But you know, I guess you just become like a soldier in the trenches. You're just like, you just do it. But I don't know if I could do it now.
The dialogue, you know, and constantly.
No, it's the fight scenes.
Oh, the fight scenes.
Oh, okay. My gosh, yeah, those were killers. Yeah.
Also, one of my favorite Disney Plus series, the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, thank you.
I think you had a presence that was just amazing.
Thank you.
You really brought some real substance to that series.
Thank
you. I think the Book of Boba Fett was one of the better Disney Plus Star Wars series.
Oh, I love you. Yes, I paid him to say that. No, I didn't.
No, I mean, because it's so easy. It's such a simple storyline that comes straight out of the original Star Wars.
Right. You know, I am a massive Star Wars fan, right? Growing up, like, I used to, like, not just recite all the lines, and I've seen the film over and over and over again. You know, like, I would draw pictures of me as kind of like a female Han Solo. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I've sort of manifested that all these years because Fennec Shand is, you know, a mercenary. Sure. She is sort of Han Solo-esque.
She's badass.
She is. I just love her so much, and it was such a dream come true.
The main weapon is the rifle. Is that what it is? It's sort of a rifle. You're an assassin.
Main weapon is her.
It's her. Okay.
But you know, that's what's so amazing. It's like I got to be with Boba Fett, the original, the OG Boba Fett. I got to meet Mark Hamill on set. In Jabba the Hutt's throne.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any more like nerdgasm, dream come true moment than that.
You must have quite a collection worth.
I do. And now I have collections of me as Fennec Shand, you know. So many different, it's so cool.
Okay, you have a couple of kids. They're grown up now, but when you were younger, you must have brought them to Disneyland.
Oh, many times.
Right?
Yes. I've always been a huge Disney fan, but taking them, you know, just was another level. And then they got really spoiled because I would get the Mulan treatment.
Oh, yeah. So today's event, you were part of the APA Next program. This is sponsored by McDonald's. And it's all about inspiring the next generation.
Right.
For their journey of success.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like you've been doing that for quite a long time. I mean, you've been in projects with At Last. You've been in projects with your husband, with the men's performance team.
We produced an Asian boy band before Asian boy bands became a thing, right? Before the K-pop, before the J-pop, I feel like, you know, we were just timing. Timing is everything. We're just ahead of our time.
You probably don't remember this, but I helped bring the Eric's performance group up to Seattle?
I think it's important to always move forward and inspire, the next generation of talents, and it's wonderful. My Joy Luck Club sisters and I, we talk about it all the time. Mm-hmm. We're still very, very close, and the plethora of talent that's out there and projects, it makes me just so happy, that we were paving the way.
Exactly.
And it's great when you see the success and the growth of Asian talents.
There are thousands of young women, young men, APIs, all pursuing this career, partly due to the success of Joy Luck Club, and of course yourself and all your.
But it's interesting to me too, because I just met Ramona Jung today, and even with that, the Asian trepidation of getting into the arts, of pursuing that goal, it was still something that she had to overcome, that fear of disappointing her parents, let's say, or not pursuing what is the norm of what a successful career is, and I'm so it still fascinates me that that's still an ongoing kind of stigma in Asian families.
Right?
Yeah.
So these days, young performers are sharing their lives on Instagram and YouTube
True.
and TikTok. And it's crazy. So how do you feel about that as
I have a mixed bag of feelings about that. On the one hand, it gives them another platform to express themselves, to discover who they are, to also inspire. And on the other hand, it also creates a lot of false advertisement, I want to say, where not everybody live Instagram lives, and those are just like moments that have been produced and generated to create, these images, and they're very hard to live up to. I know my kids are constantly struggling with their identity or what they feel is success or, not success, and because they're comparing themselves to all these glamorized images. I mean, even when I'm on the cover of a magazine, that's not me every day. I'm in sweats.
Yeah.
I'm gardening. I've got dirt under my nails. But when I'm in front of the cameras and it's produced.
I heard on stage earlier you're promoting a cookbook. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's going to come out in 2026.
What kind of food do you cook?
I cook everything. I cook, of course, Chinese.
Yes.
Being a restaurant daughter and having 2 chefs in the family. I also love Italian food. I'm fascinated by other Asian cuisines and the spices and the sauces they use. I love cooking American, so it's sort of like my experience with food, and how food kind of made me who I am.
I look forward to seeing that, because I like
Do you
cooking
cook?
too. Yeah.
Oh, good. I bet you're good. I bet you're a
I have
good
a
cook.
daughter, and I love doing Taco Tuesday. I got to, but I do it.
It's very creative. Yeah. It's very meditative, and what's wonderful is you're creating memories with your daughter through food, and that's how I grew up. My parents, they might not be able to show their love, but they showed it through every meal that they made.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Yoke Podcast and inspiring the future generations of APIs. It's amazing.
I hope we keep kicking around, Larry.
Yes.
It's there's a lot more living to do.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us on the podcast, talking with Ming Na Wen at Emerson College. Special thanks to Tin Yen, Tommy Tam, Amy Tu, CJ Bautista, Campbell Moon Jung, IW Group, Paris Wang, Tim Chang, Angelo Ragazza, Summer Wen, and Harry DeYoung. We will see you next time on the OG YOK Generation Next podcast.
Stay tuned for the next episode. Pop the yoke and spread the love. Yoke is